Welcome back, villagers, to another episode of Hugh Trent, the Insurance Man. In this video, we're going to have a serious conversation because I am not going to shut up and obey. I'm not going to shut up and let them shove crazy bullshit down my throat and expect me to eat it all up. What am I talking about? If you are born a spade, you are a spade. No matter how many transformations you go through, a spade cannot become a clover, a heart, or a diamond. But if you want to do it and make you happy, then you can be happy and not hurt other people. What are you talking about, insurance man? Well, on August 27, 2025, not too long ago, Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a shooter identified 23-year-old Robin Westman fired through stained glass windows during a mass, unaliving two children, aged 8 and 10, and injuring 21 others, including 18 children and 3 adults. The shooter died by suicide, and the incident is being investigated as a possible hate crime against Catholics, though the motive remains unclear. So during the investigation, I don't want to assume. I will only talk what I know, what the information are presented to us, and we can have an honest conversation. Is there a rise in trans crime? Denver shooter was a trans. Aberdeen shooter was a trans. Nashville shooter, trans. Georgia shooter, trans. Philadelphia shooters, trans. Iowa shooter, gender fluid. Uvalde shooter, trans. Colorado shooter, trans. Minnesota shooter, trans. But when something like this happen, they always point at the guns. They always blame it's probably some male, white male doing all this crazy mass shooting. They may be right, but it's time we look at the mental side of things instead of pointing guns, because I know for a fact and you know for a fact, my villagers, gun don't kill people. People kill people. And this is a fact. I want to share with you a video that I find very, very hurtful toward the family, the victims, because when tragedy happen, they don't want to look at the cause, the root cause. They will want to take guns away because that is the easiest scapegoat. Take a look at this video, my villagers, from Fox News, Trey Gowdy.
They're, our system is reactive. Something bad happens, we react to it. And what people are crying for now is how can we prevent this? How can we stop it? And the only way to stop it is to identify the shooter ahead of time or keep the weapons out of their hands. And so we're going to have a conversation of freedom versus protecting children. I mean, how many school shootings does it take before we're going to have a conversation about keeping firearms out? It's always a young white male, almost always. I mean, did anyone this morning think, I wonder if that was a female? Did any of y'all think that? I mean, there's been one school shooting involving a female.
It was in Tennessee.
One. Yeah, Tennessee. But other than that, it is usually young white males.
Unbelievable. We're going to have a conversation of freedom versus protecting children. How many school shootings does it take before we have a conversation about keeping firearm out of? It's always a young white male. Almost always. He had to say almost always because he don't want to get sued. But whoever this person, Trey Gowdy, is, he is a piece of shit. Because he's the type of person that would not look at the root cause of things. Why? Why was it that in 1950s, 500,000 Americans live in state mental hospitals? Today, fewer than 45,000 beds remain. What happened to the asylums? What happened? I am hurt by this mass shooting because there were innocent children minding their own business, having the best time of their life praying, and this devil decided to commit horrific crime. Could we prevent this? Yes. Let's take a look, my villagers. We go back in time. I'm gonna give you a timeline and let me know in the comment section what you think. But like always, I need your help. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and if you feel this video is helpful, hit that subscribe button and become a part of our community. 1950, peak of U.S. asylums with 560,000 patients. 1963, President Kennedy signs the Community Mental Health Act. The goal was good. The goal was to move patients into local treatment centers. I mentioned the goal was good, the actions horrible. 1970s, court rulings expand patient rights, making involuntary confinement harder. 1970s. Remember that. We jump to 1980s. Budget cuts under Reagan slash funding for community mental health. Hospital start closing in waves. Reagan, the troublemaker. Reagan is the troublemaker. Let's jump to 1990s. Famous Gothic asylums like Danvers and Northville closed. 2000, last big closures like Agnews and Weston closed. Today, present day, only a fraction of a hospital remain, mostly for forensic or emergency care. So if you're asking my villagers, if mental hospital are closing down and it was supposed to shift to community local treatment centers, but these treatment centers never got the fund for it, what happened to that 560,000 patients? Where did they go? Where did they go? That is a very good question. If you want to make a wild guess in the comment section, comment right now before you jump to the next part. But let me tell you where they go. So the US now treats more mentally ill people in Cook County Jail, Rikers, and LA County Jail than in state hospital combined. So instead of helping people, they're pushing people to the streets, to their family, or to county jail. And this is a problem because as we have an increase in mental health issue, we choose to ignore it instead of helping our citizens like Japan. Do you know Japan have extremely high bed counts? Some patients hospitalized for years until they are what we consider normal, able to contribute to society, able to walk on a subway station without having a nerve breakdown inside to unalive somebody, an innocent victim. Japan is very good at that. Why? Because Japan values human life more than America. America, we always want to profit, and when things go wrong, we have medications for depression, medication for being fat, medication for anxiety, medication for speech problem, medication for sleep problem, medication for everything, but we don't look at the source of what we can do to prevent all these tragedy from happening. Guns don't kill people kill people. Where did we went wrong? Oh, Mr. Reagan. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. I'd rather have my tax money go toward mental hospital, and we need to bring it back, and we need to bring it back today. Because based on statistic and based on recent events, there is a big problem awaiting to happen. Am I attacking the trans community? No. You want to be a transformer? You do you. You do whatever make you happy because you are a human being. You deserve to be happy. But the moment a spade decided to hurt other people, we need to call a spade, not a clover, not a heart, not a diamond. A spade is a spade. So for Mr. Trey Gowdy to take this tragic event and steer where, oh, guns is the problem. Guns are not the problem. People with mental issue is the problem. And we need to help them. We need to help them now because things are not getting better. The more we allow Democrats to take these tragedy and shift it and politicize it, it's going to hurt more people in the long run. And I'm not okay with that. I can't shut up. I can't just sit back and allow them to shove all this bullshit down my throat and expect me to eat it all up. I'm human. I'm a man with an ability to think. Guns don't kill people, but people kill people. And that is an issue. So that leads me to this. Let me ask you, my villagers, If in 1950s, over half a million Americans live in mental state hospital, today fewer than 45,000 beds remain. What happened to the asylum? What happened? Let me know in the comment section. America didn't exactly end health treatment, mental health treatment. It just shifted responsibility from hospital to streets to family and prison. And that is an issue. We need to look at that. Other countries build stronger safety nets, but in the US, we're still struggling with the consequences that we made in 1970 under Mr. Reagan. The question is, my villagers, do we need to bring back psychiatric hospitals or finally invest in community mental health care the way it was originally promised by Mr. Kennedy? If you found this breakdown useful, hit like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section, should the US bring back asylums? You know how I feel. Bring it all back. I rather my tax money, my tax dollars go toward helping mental illness than letting mental illness run wild and start hurting innocent children. We need to stop. We need to stop it now. With that, my villagers, thank you for watching. Before I let you go, take care of your family, but most importantly, take care of your health. Until next time.